Yeah. But if you see here, we have a whole new truck. This is gonna move us around just a little bit so you guys can see. Um, we got a little lounge set up here. I know we got stuff right there, but we're cleaning some stuff up. I'm sitting on the cooler. We got a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia. Is a new truck um, for RST.
RTS.
RTS, RTS, sorry.
Renewable Transport Services.
Yeah, Renewable Transport Services. But we got the new truck. Took me a couple days to wire the lights up that I have up on top. I got lights up on the dash.
And by a couple of days, we started this whole thing on Friday, and we finished Sunday evening.
Yeah, see, and there's lights over there up on top of the bunk. And then we got lights down here for the dogs. Down there, the green lights underneath the bed. And the dogs like it too, because this is all wide open underneath the bed. That's a puppy pad down there. But we're cooking some chicken Alfredo. I guess what we're making. Trying to find this. Huh?
Go ahead.
What's wrong? You break it?
Broke it. Don't work. Make sure the batteries are still there.
No, they're gonna be pushed in. I got our electric grinders in. Look at that.
That's pretty freaking cool, I gotta tell you, George.
It's pretty freaking cool, huh?
Yes.
Oh, there needs the batteries pushed back into.
Probably.
It's not designed to take in a
It's not designed to live in a truck.
Yeah, we might have to throw some duct tape around there. Pull some steel wool. Hey, trying to make yourself salty? George.
It's one of those things. No batteries came out again.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
I know, right? You got one viewer, two viewers.
And let me have that so I can clean the chickeness off of it.
Chickeness?
There's some baby wipes there.
Right there was, right here beside me.
I'll take two. Two first.
I need one.
It is what it is. You break it, you brought it.
So we're fixing chicken broccoli Alfredo.
With bacon.
With bacon in it tonight.
Me one. Look. But we got these are pretty cool. They're little grinder, electric grinders for the salt and pepper. So it makes it nice in the truck. Don't force it.
What? George?
You cut your finger off. But what's that?
805 Rios.
Yeah, let's see what the damn truck's doing. Let's try to get the
Minutes
truck.
to start.
Got to take and trick the truck to get it to start.
Hopefully it'll start. I mean, without you have to get up there and start. You know it'll start because all weekend.
Yeah, we've done it all weekend. It'll start up. But whenever it decides to do it.
So,
There.
are you gonna need to bump up the item?
It just no. There automatically started itself. what's your temperature at?
Warm.
Huh?
275 warm. Right there on the border.
Do we need that?
Yeah.
But we're trying to figure out this truck thing. She's messing with garlic. There's chicken. There's Tanya. So what you guys been up to? By having questions, comments, concerns?
Can't pop this over.
Would you like to use the trusty purple knife?
I would.
Easy. That
No,
knife
those
didn't. That knife didn't do nothing to you.
Okay.
Poor knife. So if Kurt Lovins is on here, we are cooking this for you there, buddy.
Sort of. We're not doing it homemade like I like to do because we couldn't find the Parmesan cheese. We're doing it with jarred Alfredo. But it's all the same process.
Yeah.
And we're going to fix enough of this so we got some for now and for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah. Can everybody hear? Thumbs up. You gotta have the trusty knife again for that. I'm just asking for a
We're
friend.
about not to be friends.
I'm just asking if you need it.
Yeah, but we're about not to be friends.
Are you gonna sleep on the catwalk then?
And there's enough room in the floor, buddy. You can put the bed down and I can still sleep there.
Just put
I
your
ain't
on the bed.
scared.
And you scared me there for a minute. You didn't put the damn shaker top on it.
Hey, I cooked for a minute or two. I can do this.
What would you have done if your arm would have shook and we took a dump the whole thing of it? It just been super Italian, huh?
You would have really had a whole lot of Italian seasoning in there because you'd have still ate it.
I wouldn't.
Yes. Because you're a grown boy.
I'm a
And you
girl.
get hungry.
I get hungry?
Yes.
I do, huh? So what we're doing here, guys, the ones that are just now joining us, we're making chicken Alfredo in the new truck, chicken bacon, broccoli Alfredo, whatever it is.
Chicken Alfredo. Chicken broccoli Alfredo with bacon. Is actually what it is.
In the new truck that has a driver lounge in it. That what this actually is the bottom bunk flipped up, and then there's a lounge set up in the Cascadia that the company Renewable Transport Services has put in these trucks, which makes it a whole lot more homey or livable in this truck.
Oh yeah.
Much more livable. Because now we got a huge table with this table.
Huge for the size of the truck.
Yeah, for the table that used to be in the Kenworths, this is probably about twice the size of the Kenworth table.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, the one that was in the Kenworth 660 or 680. So this is huge, and plus it's big enough that we can sit on both sides of it. We can play cards.
If he remembers to buy cards when he goes together,
Yeah.
instead of coming back with other play toys.
So this table slides in and out. There's two cup holders in the back, by the back wall.
Yep.
The two benches fold down tops fold down, the seats fold up, so you can have access to the outside boxes from inside the truck.
There's an electrical outlet over here on this one.
What, on the side?
On the electrical outlet where we got the stuff plugged in.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's an electrical outlet on the driver's side wall, and then there's a cigarette lighter plug and a cigarette on both sides, and then there's a cigarette lighter plug on the wall for the television, which we don't have a TV in here because I have my microwave and my refrigerator is too big. Then there's a cigarette lighter plug in the box up there for the television or the microwave. So, and then there's an outlet up there too. So, and then there's an outlet on the back wall behind the refrigerator and microwave. So, I got a dorm size refrigerator in the truck.
That has a freezer on the top.
Yeah, it has a freezer on the top, and it's pretty roomy on the inside of it. We've got enough food in the refrigerator freezer for about a week, and then I'm sitting on my 45 VL ice cold freezer, so, and it's full of stuff also. So what we do is we take stuff out of the ice cold, put it in the upright refrigerator freezer, and then we use the stuff out of the upright refrigerator, and then we just fill up the freezer when we need it and the refrigerator when we need it. So it makes things a lot nicer in the truck. The dogs like this setup a lot better too, because now they've got all the room of the bed. Between the bed, they can run back there on the back wall. So they got more room to run around in the truck. We were thinking about getting a small, like, little tennis ball so we can play fetch with the dogs in the truck, roll it onto the floor, let them go get it. Hey guys, look at this. This little Jasper Pete. We just got him groomed. Ain't he pretty? He's a handsome little guy, ain't he? But look at his coloring. She's starting to color out.
What's that say about that?
He said, I haven't had dinner yet. Where you guys at? That's Josh Spencer. Hey, we're up here in
Hobart.
Hobart. No, not Hobart. We're in Lodi, Indiana. So that's where we're at. But Jasper's getting is turning brindle. It looks like, if you guys see that.
You look like an old man.
He looks like a really old man. Say hi, Jasper.
Hi. Come on by, Josh. We got extra seats for visitors now.
Yeah, we got extra seats for visitors now. Thing is, if you come up, Josh, you got to walk the dogs. This here's Piper. She got a haircut too. Look at her. She's like, Mommy, I see that stuff over there.
She's looking over here.
This is Piper. You like that, Piper? You gonna lick your lips? Josh says LOL. We do need a babysitter, Josh. What are we cooking? We're cooking
chicken broccoli Alfredo.
Yeah, that's what we're
Frying
doing.
the chicken right now.
Yeah. We're just showing you guys how the new truck is all set up, how we can sit here. To my left here is the driver's seat. See, right there. Driver compartment, the dash, all that good fun stuff. All my cameras and stuff are back behind the... Yeah, I'm at the Wendy's. Are you here too there, Josh? Are you in Wilcox at the Wendy's?
What's that next one say?
I don't know.
How about the receipt?
How you do that?
Just touch your screen.
Oh. There it is. I'm at...
What are we going to be in Houston? No, they like to send us to New York. That's where we're going next. After we go to Chicago.
Josh, I'm at the 240 up here on 65. I don't know if that's where you're at. At the Wendy's Pilot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we just got chicken in here with a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper, and some Italian seasoning. Probably take care of the dog.
Oh, I can only...
What?
We only get sent to the east. Yeah, for right now we are. I've already been dispatched all the way till Monday. So I gotta take this load to Chicago in the morning at 6 a.m. Then I gotta go over to Hobart and then pick up a load to take it over to a Walmart in Johnstown, New York. And then we're picking up out of Johnstown right next door to it and then doing a 5-stop run on the weekend. So
It's just the luck of the draw. We go wherever they send us, and they know we'll
my
go
wife
there.
makes that in the Ninja, yep. Yeah, we're just doing an electric skillet. I've got an Instapot, I've got a Glanes. So,
We fixed roast and potatoes and carrots last night in the Instapot.
yeah,
It was yumminess.
yeah. But yeah, we're,
Some water
you need some water.
and the noodles.
Ugh. Yeah, but we're heading out east. That's where the money's at right now, so. That's why they're sending us out east. And the truck I'm driving is a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia owner-operator slight specs. How much you want of this?
I don't know yet.
But we, they say this is the owner-op package with the lounge in the back of it. The company has 30 trucks, and they're getting, I think, 12 or 13 of these.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
That's more than enough. That's too much.
Okay.
You
But,
got happy there, George.
I don't know what it looks like in a Volvo. I never drove a Volvo. Those are for guys that like to hold other guys' hands kind of trucks. So I don't drive a Volvo.
That's not very nice.
But I think Josh drives a Peterbilt. Oh, more salt.
Look, you salt every layer. You leave me alone. You ain't never complained about my cooking. Why you start picking on it now?
I don't know if I can. Look, it even got a light on there so you can see where you're putting pepper at. Did it have a light for the salt?
If you'd have been paying attention, you'd have known.
I'm trying to talk to our peeps.
You're doing a good job. You just keep up. Well,
I like driving the Cascadia. This one here is kind of cool. It's got adaptive cruise. It's got a it's different. I gotta watch how fast you go in this thing because I thought I was doing like 45 earlier and actually I was doing like 72. So gotta watch that.
It's got the lane control.
It has lane control, and Tanya doesn't like the lane control feature on it because I always run off on the line when she's trying to take a nap and it's like it's blowing her raspberries. Buzz.
Yeah, he was going 72.
Yeah, I was doing 72 in like a bitty.
But this thing feels like it's not even moving when you take off. I mean, it's totally different from the 18 that we had, that we just got out of. So
Yeah, you can go from a dead stop, start rolling, and press the resume cruise control, and it would take off. You start shifting gears, put your foot off the pedals, and it just goes. So I've been using the cruise control a lot. This is my first run with it, but I've been using the cruise control a lot on it. Yeah, it's an automatic. Yeah, it's got 6 disc brakes all the way around the truck. So this is the first truck I've had that's got disc brakes.
Yeah, it's an automatic.
Yeah. And I think I got about 8.3 miles a gallon out of it today.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad. Because I got 41,600 pounds in the box. So.
Well, we come through several little small towns where it was a lot of stop and go, so that is pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're treating me real good here. If you're interested in coming over here, we hire out of all 48 states. He can try to get you home. So, so you gotta have 2 years driving experience to come over here. Just gotta get to Indianapolis. You're waiting to be a trucker. It's a good job. We stay out 6 to 8 weeks at a time. So.
But that's by choice.
That's by choice.
If we wanted to go home more often, we could.
And we go through Indianapolis. The good thing is this company compared to Millis. Millis like to play games with me by sending me up and down around Indianapolis. They like to run me across 80, 90, 57, 55. Thinking about going to work for Prime. That's a good company. They just changed their whole training program for Prime. Now you got to do 30,000 miles before you can get into a truck. So
yeah.
I just seen that on Junior Honduras's page where they're changing all that over. But it's fun. If you get into it, we'll start sending you or doing more videos of what we have inside the truck and how we have it set up. There's a lot of trial and error with items that do work and don't work. Yeah, I saw your old video and really felt for you, bro. You're a hard worker. Thank you.
You gotta read about that. I can't read. They will.
They'll put you through the window. Oh yeah, I know they will.
I found that out too. Not thinking of
Yeah.
The nice thing that we have found about this company with Renewable Transport, RTS, is they are very, very family oriented. The owner, Saturday night,
Yes.
we was still setting up the truck, and him and his wife and a friend of his drove through the lot just checking things out. And they stopped. They got out of the vehicle in the cold and talked to us, just hanging out like friends that we knew forever. And that's the way they are all the time. It's not just part of the time. It's any time we've ever been in the yard and the owner has been there, he has always made it a point to go out of his way to stop and just shoot the shit. Nothing business, just, hey, how are you? How are the dogs? How's this? How's that? They're very, very family oriented here, and they're very much driver oriented versus get out there and pull your freight because I've got to have the money. He doesn't seem to be focused like that. It's really
Renewable Transport Services out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
It's really a breath of fresh air, to be honest.
And he's also a driver also, so they'll take and hop into a truck and go deliver a load.
He will get out there and do.
He's working as a trucker too. Yeah, the owner is a truck driver. He has a CDL, and he.
And if there's a load that needs to go, he'll get out there and go.
Any thoughts on Prime's class action lawsuit? I don't know about all that. That's on them for their wording on contracts. That's just on them. It's a technicality thing. If you don't want to lease a truck, then you're an owner-operator, or you're not. You know what I mean? That's just how they had it worded in their contracts. Really, that's a lawsuit? Yeah, there is a lawsuit going around for Prime because they said they had forced dispatch and didn't let drivers pick where they wanted to go, pretty much. But that was just something that they had. It's been going on for 3 or 4 years now. It comes in and goes away and comes in and goes away.
Well, when RTS says no forced dispatch, they truly mean no forced dispatch.
Drove
With it for 2 years.
with who? Prime? It's risky to own your own truck. Yes, it all depends on what kind of truck you get. If you buy something brand spanking new that's got 500,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, um, you're good. When the truck breaks down, then you're just going to have to. You're not having a lot of out of pocket expenses. But if you buy a truck that's got 450, 500,000 already on it, it's going to nickel and dime you. Yeah, this guy CJ said that he's already moved on from Prime. So yeah, there's a lot of companies that, you know, good starter companies.
What do what?
What do y'all haul? We haul. I got a reefer right now.
They haul reefer and dry van.
Yeah, reefer, dry van,
and an
mail.
occasional tanker that's non-hazmat.
Yeah. So we got a reefer now. I mainly pull a reefer and pull refrigerated goods. Sometimes I get dry van goods that's in the reefer. He asked him if CL is still trucking. He's the one that worked for Prime. Yes. Most of our loads are mostly live loads, but they work out to your advantage, really. I know what's wrong with the truck. I know what's wrong with the trailer. I'm good with that. Have you been
rejected yet?
No, I haven't had any loads rejected. No.
We've had them refused because weather couldn't get to an appointment, and they sent us to a cold storage. But we haven't had anything rejected.
Yeah, nothing's been rejected. I haven't even had a case rejected off the truck in 5 months of working here. They take the whole load and it's good to go. There's no miscounts, none of that stuff. So.
Well, and the good thing about the way you get paid here, even though it's a live load and live unload when you haul a reefer, you're paid percentage of the load, so it doesn't matter how long it takes them to get it on or off of you, you're still paid the same pay. But you also have a layover pay after you've been there for X time.
Yeah, I got to deal with a lot of lumpers. I'm looking to go into rail or...
Read those out loud. I can't
what's the best of the world of there it is. Somebody said that they're wanting to go to rail or Sipes. With which one would you recommend? I would probably do rail because you have more opportunity there if you wanted to get in flatbed, reefer, tanker. They have a little bit of everything there at rail. It's a good starter company and you can get your feet wet. They also have oversize if you want to get into oversize and over dimensions. So it all depends on what you want to do in your trucking career there, Todd. What's okay? Kind of best world with reefer and dry van. I don't know. It's the best thing here is like Tanya said, I'm paid by percentage of the load. So if I take in I may make what I make in one run what I used to make for Millis working 5 days. So it's best case scenario for me is I may do 3 runs. I may only run 2,100 miles for the whole week, but I'm making twice the amount that I used to make at Millis. And that's just the difference of a large company compared to a small company that has a small little niche. And we do a lot of stuff through spot market freight, where stuff is expedited. When stuff has to be expedited, there's a lot more pay to an expedited load than there is to a contracted load sometimes.
You want to hand me your phone and I can look at comments and read those?
Do I watch Tom Bell's videos? Yes, I do. I watch every one of Tom Bell's videos. I also talk to Tom Bell like
Regular basis.
on a regular basis, but at least once a week or once every 10 days. I'll talk to Tom Bell. Problem I have is the waiting list for loads either way. I don't have a waiting list for loads. I'm dispatched 3 loads out a lot of times, so I know what I'm doing. The only problem about being dispatched out 3 loads is when you're starting to play with broker loads that are on the spot market, then if you can't make it to that load, then you know they get a little pissy with you. Definitely if it's a fruit or vegetable load in produce and they've got you on a on the load and they give you 2 stops or 3 stop produce load, you get to the first stop and they have a window of 4 hours for you to get unloaded and it takes them 7 hours to unload you. You go to the next stop, they're going to be like, I don't want this shit. I can't make it.
Every stop after that is in jeopardy of being rejected, which is what happened, or not rejected, but refused.
Refused.
Which is what has happened to us on a couple of different occasions. We just got held so long at one shipper that we was there for like 9 hours. And yes, we got the layover pay, but it put us completely out of getting to the second stop. But we had to go ahead and go to the second stop so they could tell us no, which put us totally out of being able to go to the third stop. So all that had to go to cold storage.
All right, well, you guys make that money that your previous company. Top line percentage or an expectation coming. Well, on top line percentage, like with our company here, we make 27 to 30%. There is, for senior drivers, they get a little bit more, but you got to be here for 10 years, 5-10 years to get to that point. And plus, it's all
based on performance.
It's on performance and load. How many loads you got rejected? How many everything, maintenance of truck, cleanliness of truck, fuel economy, things like that. On-time deliveries. So they take care of us here. So it's a good company, percentage-wise. Let's see here. He works for Cheeseman, and it seems he's very happy there, and even mentioned that he will be making $100,000. What says you? Yeah, he's going to make $100,000 a year this year. I'm gonna make well over $100,000 too. It's not that hard. He's working for a damn good company. He's getting bonuses like crazy over at Cheeseman. So he's doing very, very well at Cheeseman, and I'm very proud of Tom. And
Tom's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Same as BT. BT is doing very, very well also. At the place that he's working at, he went to go drive a reefer, and he's doing very well. And if you guys don't know, BT was a student of mine last year, or year before last. So he jumped ship and went to another company that was closer to home, so he can get home out of Millis, and just what you got to do sometimes. But he's doing very well also. Let's see. You ever worry about your health living OTR? Well, no, not really. I got the 2 dogs now. We, instead of driving 3,000 to 3,500 miles a week like I had to at Millis to make a living or make what I wanted, I'm only driving 2,200 to 2,600 miles a week. I got a lot of, if that, have a lot of downtime now. So it's not, the downtime isn't consecutive. There's a lot of 8.2s, 8.3, 8.5s splits that I do, but it gives me time to get out of the truck and walk around with the dogs and play with the dogs outside and do a little walking here and there, and we're eating healthier instead of eating truck stop food. So it does the OTR part of it about being healthy you know, not eating a lot of fast food, laying around watching TV, not doing any of that. There's a lot of in and out of the trailer, going on the docks, having to pulp loads. If you guys don't know what pulping of a load is where I gotta have a temperature gun and have to take temperatures of the freight when it's going in the trailer and making sure that there's no damaged boxes or bad product. Keeps us from getting refusals and stuff being rejected off of trucks. So we do that. It's like right now we're going to maybe take a 8.5, 9 hour break and then leave out of here to go to Chicago. And then my next load doesn't pick up until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So for me to go in Chicago at 6 o'clock and then go 30 miles to my next stop, I can sit there and take a remainder of my 8 or 10. I could probably get a 10-hour break in there before heading out to Johnstown, New York, which is 750 miles away. That I don't have to be there until 6 o'clock tomorrow, or then 2 days later. So it's a yeah, 6 o'clock Friday. So and then I pick up another load, which is right next door. 20 hours later. So yeah, we pick that up 20 hours later, and then they got a 5 stop that starts in northern Indiana and goes all the way down the state of Indiana. So it's not that bad. And they're all mumbled, weird stop times. So it's a lot of stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. So let's see, what else we got here? David says, showed up late. What are you making? We're making
chicken broccoli Alfredo.
Chicken broccoli Alfredo with bacon, I think.
Yeah.
Is Tina a trucker? She seems like she knows a lot of the industry. Are you a trucker?
Okay, my name's Tanya, not Tina. Tina's my sister, actually. I used to drive several years ago due to health reasons with my back, and I was in a car accident that almost cost me my life. And my hands don't work as well as they used to, and they don't work right all the time. I'm no longer a driver. I have also been on the inside of the trucking industry with dispatch and billing and things like that. So I know more than just an average rider, I guess, as far as the trucking industry goes. Plus, I get nosy and I make it my business that I know what's going on, because if somebody asks me and he's not able to tell them, I have to be able to tell them what's going on. So that's, I mean, you know, I used to drive, I used to dispatch, I used to bill. I kind of got both sides of the fence with the trucking industry. So.
And then she throws her hands up when somebody says, "Move the truck."
Don't drive.
All right, let's go down here to see what else. Tom is encouraging because he told me that he was 53 years old when he started. Yeah, he started late in his life. I started when I was 21. I've been driving for 22, 23 years. So, but I do commend a lot of the older people that have decided that they're changing their life to be a truck driver. When I worked for Millis, it was shocking to me when I found out that there were people that were nurses, doctors, lawyers, politicians, teachers, you know, worked at factories for 25 years, was in the military for 20 years, had doctor's degrees, professors. It's just amazing, the walk of life that decides that they want to get out of what they were doing and they chose to take and do truck driving. Tom had a very successful career before getting into trucking. Very, very successful career. And he chose to come to trucking, and he's making the best of it, and he's doing a very good job at it. Let's see here. Is your company Renewable Transport in Houston, Texas? No, sir. We have one yard in Indianapolis, Indiana, but they will if they can get you a lane to get down there to get to the house, they will hire you. As long as you got a clean record, as long as you got at least a year and a half driving experience, and can and willing to stay out for 3 or 4 weeks, because of the if you're down in Houston, it's probably going to be a little bit harder for them to get you down there, but next day we'll find some type of freight down there and back. David said bacon on everything. Bacon makes the world go round. Sorry, Tanya. Wow, I guess y'all too like peas in the pod. Oh yeah, we're like 2 peas in the pod. Automatic or manual, or why? I like to drive a manual truck because that's what I learned how to drive on. The problem with the manuals now is fuel economy. That's the main reason on why trucking companies are going to automatics. Nowadays, you have to take and request a manual transmission in a truck. Before, it was you had to request an automatic. So, because of fuel economy, there's no way that you can get 8.5, 9 miles to the gallon out of a truck driving a stick shift, because the parameters for where the sweet spot is for the transmission, and the automatic knows what that is and can do it on a consistent basis. So that's what it is. Like the new Corvettes, the new Stingrays, they're all automatics. You have to special order one that's got a stick shift on it, because everything's going to automatic nowadays. Auto for me, that's right. He was a vice president at his last company.
Yeah, Tom was.
Yes, Tom was the vice president of his last company. Yeah, he was very, very successful. I need to pass my CDL permit first and start my trucking career. Yep, start your trucking career, and then our company is growing. It's growing pretty fast and at a steady rate. So we're getting a lot of good freight, and they're not getting cheap freight either. So when that time comes that you would like to come over and you're qualified for it, just let me know, and I can see what I can get done. If you want to come over and try doing this stuff. I was 33 when I started driving, 46 now. I really realized trucking ain't gotta make me rich, but it's the opportunity to live comfortably. What'd you say?
The heavy whipping cream first.
Oh, you want the heavy whipping cream?
Yeah, you've got too much pasta, so I've got to add some other stuff.
Oh, okay.
He killed me on the pasta, y'all, so I got to fix it.
Yeah. It came out of the truck. There you go. Well, I live very comfortably with what I've been making, and I've made pretty much over right at $100,000 for the last 6 years. Even being a trainer at Millis, it's just because I was out. Being out on the truck, being away from home, made it hard. Also went through 3 divorces in a matter of 9 years, just to make $100,000 a year, and then you're never home, because they want you to stay out with students. So I never really had time to come home. So now in this opportunity here with Renewable Transport Services, I also had Tanya in the truck with me over at Millis pretty much the whole last year that I was in Millis. So she was in the truck with me, made it a lot easier. And now it's really a lot easier having her in the truck here, because now I don't have to worry about 1, students needing to get in trucks. 2, I have all the amenities plus in this truck that I didn't have at Millis. Didn't have to worry about fighting for miles and having to worry about getting a student just so I can make money. So here is a whole lot better and a lot more stress off my brain than it was over at Millis.
And he's a lot calmer now that he's not over at Millis with all that stress of how am I going to get home, how are we going to get through the house so I can get medication refills, doctor's appointments, this, that, and the other, because all we have to do literally is say we want to be home tomorrow, and they're bringing us home tomorrow. That's just the way they are. They don't question it. They don't try to beg you to stay out longer. If there's any possible way that they can get you home tomorrow, you're coming home tomorrow. And they don't punish you for it by making you starve for the next 2 or 3 loads. They bring you back when you say you're ready to go back.
Yep. Let's see what next comment is. When do you work? Where do you work at now, CL Jones? You're making me hungry, Tanya.
Good.
I love your stream food. It looks so good. Yes, it is. It smells good too. It's too bad that YouTube doesn't have smell-o-vision. Ever consider local? For myself, I drove local for 13 and a half years. Will never do it again. The reason for it is you drive a day cab, okay? Day cab companies want you to, the one that I worked at, and I've heard this from many other of them, you work 13 to 14 hours a day, you live an hour away from the yard, you go into the company, you work 14-hour days, it takes you an hour to get home, an hour to go to work, so there's 16 hours. Now in 8 hours in that day, you got to play dad, you got to wash, you got to watch TV, you got to do your laundry, you got to do all that stuff 5 days a week, 6 days a week. When it comes down to it, boiling down to everything, you don't get any sleep. My health went south real quick, became diabetic because of being a local driver and running my ass off and just getting a 34-hour restart in 8 to 10 hours off, and wasn't getting any sleep. So it made things very, very difficult for me. After about 13 years, it made me an old person very quick. See all the gray hair? But yeah, it was very hard on me working my butt off. So it wasn't making no money at it. Josh Spencer, if he's on here, he can tell you about that, because we worked together on a day cab company, and he got out of it too to go haul heavy loads.
Plus, we enjoy getting out and driving and doing our own thing and getting paid to see the country. I mean, we really do enjoy it.
Yeah, and if you think about it too, what scared me the most about driving a day cab was when I drove. I ran the same route pretty much every day, every night, and somebody would call me, like my mom used to call me and ask me, "Where you at?" I would tell her, I'm at like the 114, and then see the mile marker, and I'm at the 137, and I'm kind of scratching my head. It's like kind of confused, like where did the last 15 minutes of my life go, because I can't remember driving 15 miles down the road. And come to find out, I was actually falling asleep while I was driving the truck because I was so damn tired. It was zoning off that bad, and I'm really surprised I didn't hurt nobody, because just repetitive of doing the same thing over and over and over again every day, you just become a zombie at it. And it scared me in that position about driving a day cab, and was in that position that I was possibly falling asleep and zoning out when I was driving. Let's see here, what's some of the other comments? Are you an owner operator now, CL? You are lucky, Pebbles. You have a personal chef. I do, yes. I got a butler, a personal chef, a masseuse, a nagger.
Yeah. And he gets a honey-do list. And a can you please, will you do?
Yeah.
It's an even trade.
He says he's local now, off the porch down in Florida. See how Josh Spencer, Wright Perry, if did it for 15 years. Yeah, Josh done that job with me for 15 years. It about killed us. They wanted us to run our asses off. How young am I? I'm 43. Yeah, I'm 43. I was born in 77. So, you know what's funny, Josh? Guess who called me the other day? Sal Berto called me. The Italian Stallion. He wanted to ask me about me working out here at RTS because the owner of RTS is the son of Sod Rail that Sal works for. And I thought that was kind of funny that Sal now thinks that me and him still work for the same company now, and I thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, the reason is Pebbles. I went by Pebbles. It originated as being a nickname, and then I changed it over to what I used to call my trucks, and so that's what I've called my trucks for the last about 8-9 years.
Yeah.
So my trucks names are Pebbles, and then then I always took and pulled beer for a living, so that's why I went with my bootlegger. But now I don't pull beer at all. I pull a reefer with food in it, and you know, working for Monarch Beverage out of Indianapolis, pulling beer for them, and for 13 years, and then working for Millis for 9.5 years, pulling beer for them. No, I haven't talked to Juan at all. He's changed his phone number, and I know he still works for MTI or whatever that is. That's what I heard last. So I don't know where he's at or what he's doing. But good. I think Tanya's saying dinner's done, guys. We've went 1 hour talking to you guys, and Tanya has made dinner. Look at that. Oh my. So now we're gonna have to eat. What do you say about Indianapolis being a small city? Oh, Indianapolis is not a small city. No, not at all. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to get off here. We're going to eat our dinner. We're going to have our little chit chat. We may eat a couple pieces of pasta like Lady and the Tramp.
We may not too.
we may bring the dogs up here for, well, they're laying on Tanya's feet. So, but thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, we're going to do some more of these live Q&A things. Probably do them about once a week, and still put more videos out. I just got to get the cameras going and all that good stuff. Oh, you can give me a call too, Josh. You got my phone number, it's still the same from back when you were giving me them dirty phone calls in the middle of the night. So talk to you guys later. Thank you again.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.